Hi there, thank you for joining me again. I just posted a video on, so you're thinking about going to therapy and something to consider before making that appointment. But this video, I want to talk about how do you choose a therapist. There's many out there, and it could be overwhelming, especially if you're hurting pretty bad, if you're in a crisis, or you're just not feeling well or doing well, you want relief. And then so you turn to Google and you Google mental health therapist near me, and you get 50 people. So how do you choose someone there? Sometimes it might be who can get you in the quickest. I wouldn't blame you. You have some things that you need to work through. You want to start that process right away. And so you want to get the quickest person who has availability. But, that might not always be the best choice. I'll give you an example. When I was going to see my doctor, I had to choose a new doctor, and there was one doctor that had openings all the time, and I shied away from that because I'm like, there's something wrong with this person. Why are they just so full? They're so open. Well, I was having a little emergency, so I decided to go to him, and I knew why. He was open and nobody wanted to see him. He was a little weird and not very relatable. So in any case, that may or may not be what's happening in the mental health world. But here's what I would do. And this comes from experience of patients actually asking me these things, but I would look for a therapist that has a little biography about themselves, maybe talks about what they are interested in as far as people they like to work with, certain problems or issues they feel comfortable working with. But going back to telling them a little bit about themselves, I think that's important. Throughout my years, well, I'll back up. Even in my training, we're trained, you have to be a blank slate. Okay, let's not put anything on the client. Let's make sure that the client doesn't read into you. They don't see you as a father figure, a mother figure. We want to try and be as neutral as possible. Therapy is not about the therapist, so we're not disclosing all this stuff about us. And on some level, there's truth to that. I'm not going to be counseling a patient and I'm just talking all about myself and my problems. That would not be good. But there's a coldness there. There's a very, very formal, a very, I would go back to artificial relationship here. And if I'm going into therapy and I'm going to kind of tell my innermost secrets, I kind of want to know who I'm telling them to. And so the question I would get a lot throughout the years when I would share a little bit about my experience, or I've seen this situation play out in my life. Let's say, for example, a couple's coming in and they're stressed out about their kids. And, maybe I would share, yeah, man, this one time my kids were really working my nerves. Just something as little as that. And time again, I would hear patients say, wow, you you don't have it all together, or you have problems too. And that blows my mind there. I don't know what this facade therapists are putting out, like we have it all together, but we don't. And I will definitely talk about that in another video. But now I'm relatable. Now I can share in the troubles of a patient. I'm not just standing back and I'm this authority figure and I have all the answers and just do what I say. No. So I would look for a therapist who's willing to share a little bit about their background, themselves, so that now we're getting a little bit more personal. Again, there's a balance. I don't need a therapist to say, yeah, I've had a drug addiction for 20 years as well. We're not talking about that, but you'll know, because if you ask the therapist, well, tell me a little bit about yourself, I think that's fair. You know, you're gonna share all about you, so why wouldn't the therapist share a little bit about themselves? And if you get the block right away, it's not about me, it's about you. My personal life is my personal life, private life, whatnot. I wouldn't particularly like that. You know, so that is probably the main thing I would look for in a therapist is, can I connect with this person? Because it is about the relationship in the therapy. You know, can I trust this person? Do I feel like this person has my back, has good intentions for me, cares about me? I think that's a big one. You may go into a therapy session and it's very sterile. And you get the vibe, you know, like, what is this? Why are they here? Why is this therapist even doing therapy? I don't feel like they even care. So if you have a good connection with the therapist, if you, even on the phone, you know, if you call them up and say, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? What are your interests? What kind of patients do you generally see? I think that'll get a good vibe. Is this person relatable? Do you feel comfortable with them? Because that is what it boils down to. Is this kind of natural, comfortable feeling you get with the person? And so that would be probably the number one thing I would look for is, you know, are they a person, or are they just a title? Are they just a title? Well, I'm a doctor, and so just take everything I have to say and use it, and you will be all better. And there's no interpersonal connection there. Okay, so that's kind of the main thing. What I would look for, and probably the second thing is, do they specialize? You know, if we want to throw that out there, do they have the experience of treating the specific issue you're dealing with? Okay, not everybody knows about PTSD. Okay, not everybody knows about treating anorexia or working with children. So you'd want to probe a little bit about what you're dealing with and ask them if they have experience, their comfort level with that. Because I'll treat bipolar disorder, but they might have only seen one patient, and you know, they're gonna try and maybe help you out, but you're going to feel like you're floundering in the therapy. So I'm trying to tell you these things so that maybe it'll save you a little time and money of jumping from therapist to therapist. So in any case, that's what I have for you. As always, put a comment in the section, a question. I'd be happy to answer it for you, and look for more videos on therapy topic coming soon. Thank you.